You know, it's Christmas, so we thought that we would disembowel somebody on the program today, and we brought an expert. This is Toby Lindala. He's a special makeup effects artist. How are you, Toby?
Excellent.
I don't even know where to begin because this is right next to me, and I saw it out of the corner of my eye. We were just shooting, and I could only see it from this side. I was like, what's wrong with that guy? He's just standing there. What is this, and where is it from?
We built this for a pilot of a show called Global Frequency. I tell people it took us 3 hitchhikers to get it right.
It's so accurate. It's creepy. Like, you've even got the whiskers in here, the teeth, the inside of his mouth.
I love, some of the way the fields come. We're doing a lot with translucent materials and the details of the punched hair trimmed away so you get the follicle actually reading through the skin, and tiny bit of peach fuzz on the ear.
And even when you're looking at the hands, they look so real. How long have you been doing this for?
Since I was a kid. I've been working at it for about 23 years.
And professionally, I mean, kids always love monsters and gore and horror movies, but professionally, what was your first paying gig doing something like this?
I had a couple early paying gigs professionally, just in theater work, but I started out, my first feature was a show called Eckford 2. I worked with the guy Tibor Farkas here. I was lucky, I
actually saw that movie
really?
in the theater. I think I'm the only one.
Wow.
Now let's talk about this one here. These are very familiar to people, but what did you make these for?
Yeah, these we spoofed Saw for a film called Scary Movie 4.
Right.
And we're lucky to revisit a lot of really cool sort of classic horror pieces.
So how does this work? An actor would wear this on their head, obviously.
Yeah, it just kind of straps on. It's got a couple of remote control motors inside it that just make the eyes move around and also make the jaw open and close.
Now, I mean, obviously it must take you a really long time to construct all of these things that you do, but when it comes to stuff like this full dude, how many hours go into making something like this?
We had about 3 weeks for this build. Lance Webb, awesome local artist, put together a lot of the inner cavity in this great sort of construction method, which saved a lot of time. He's just, everything he touches is gold.
Now, born and raised in Vancouver, the right business to get into at the right time, and you've had the opportunity to really work on a little bit of everything. We've got some pictures of some of the people that you have worked with. Tell us what you did with Ashton Kutcher. What is this from?
We did Butterfly Effect.
Yeah.
This is years ago now, I guess, I don't know, about 13 years ago. And yeah, it was a really cool experience. It was a huge challenge. We had to create the look of these stumped arms. We did the mechanical prosthetic arms as well.
Yeah.
But he was awesome to work with. He was a trooper.
And Nicolas Cage, someone else that you worked with on Wicker Man.
Yeah, another real fun trooper. He's so into his characters. It was just a blessing to work with him.
Yeah. Interesting guy.
Yeah, lots of fun in the chair.
And some of the stuff that we've got back on the table here, V is a show that was shot locally for 2 seasons. Tell us about this piece and what it's for.
There was this neat sequence where the V aliens are actually underneath sheets on these gurneys. And this one is just kind of reaching out to try to, get its last sort of grasp at life. So.
And the robotics on it, like, it's just, I guess, is this puppetry? What is it?
Yeah, it's puppeteering. It requires, you got to be kind of aware of the subtlety in it and really kind of underplay movements. But it's really simple. It's a lot of downrigger cables and
simple for you.
Hinges.
Now we've got some more stuff here. This one's also from V. What was this guy?
This is Alan Tudyk in the pilot. He gets his head bashed open, and we see that he's an alien inside. So this actually fits my arm perfectly. So my hand acts as his neck.
Oh, really?
Wrist. Yeah. I got this soft silicone inside. And then, if you can see in its opening here, you've got this alien that kind of gives a final last look at us from within him.
Oh, creepy. There it is. And Juno was, of course, it won so many awards. Tell us about this piece.
Yeah, it was a wonderful picture to be involved with. Ellen Page, this is a cast of her body. She's such a petite little thing, but we did a few stages of pregnancy for her.
Right.
And again, the materials we're working with, this is a silicone skin with a gelled silicone filling. So it's actually built for the sonogram sequence. So when you move around against it, you really get that reaction, that fine crinkling of skin.
And when you see stuff like this up close, you realize the actors really are troopers, whether it's the time they sit in the chair to get some of the stuff done, or I can imagine how hot this would be working hours on a set.
Yeah, we torture people.
Do you think about the comfort at all, or is it all about the realism?
Well, the realism comes first, unfortunately, but we have to make it as comfortable as we can.
Because it can make or break a character or a movie if the realism isn't bang on.
Yeah. we haven't done our job if they're thinking about it too much.
Oh, you got a little girdle for her. That's nice.
Of course, it's set up.
Okay, and what have we got here?
These are a couple pieces from Supernatural. This one and this other little half head on the end. There's a neat thing that we often do. You know, if we've got on this guy, we had to get deep inside his skull. His pituitary gland's been removed by this creature. So we just go to stock molds. We've got a lot of molded heads. We kind of find a guy that has a similar ear.
And how much do you have to know about anatomy in the body? I mean, pituitary glands, people have heard of them, but you got to make it look real.
Yeah. Well, we've got a whole slew, quite a library of forensic reference and anatomy reference at the shop.
Nothing grosses you out, does it?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
Okay, this is from Supernatural. No, what is this? This is Supernatural too?
Yeah.
What happened to this guy?
He's had his head twisted, almost clear off.
So explain how it works and where the actor would be and what effect this would actually give.
Yeah, you kind of don't get the full effect here because his body's actually set on it backwards. His head is looking through the wig. So this would be the back of his head here.
Right.
He's lying on the ground in his last, doing his last gasp.
And then the actor would actually be
just
through
breathing
here.
and peering through the wig.
Trying to breathe.
Visual effects did a really cool just a little bit of that last sort of mouth movement.
Tweaking? Yeah. And this guy has problems.
Yep. He's kind of inspired by Wrath of Khan. This isn't the mechanical. We've got another worm that's actually mechanical. It's got little jaws that move and it snakes around. But
is this from Supernatural too?
Yes. Yeah.
God, that's gross.
Yeah, that was it.
Now, we've got a couple more pieces that we don't have time for, but let's get to the torso because we're actually going to do something to a victim.
Stuff. Yeah, we're just releasing FD5. The Warner Brothers is releasing FD5 on Blu-ray.
Right.
So
that's Final Destination 5 for those who don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's coming out on DVD and Blu-ray. So this is from the film?
Yeah. Everybody dies twice in these films, so it's a blessing for us and the
more work for you.
in really creative, cool ways too.
Yeah.
This guy's actually fallen off of an acupuncture table. We did all the acupuncture needles clean on him to start.
That's everybody's worst nightmare.
Yeah. What you don't want to have happen. He's yanking one out it's just lodged right into his lungs. So he's coughing out blood while he pulls this thing about 3 inches out of his chest.
And are these ones from FD5 too?
This guy's actually from Supernatural.
Oh, okay.
As is this.
Just a couple of arms hanging around. Now, we have your victim here. Toby, explain what is going to be happening over here.
This is Tegan and JP Mass, a couple of really creative artists. JP actually devised this neat method of concealing the actor's body. You don't often get a chance to actually see the killer behind the actor.
Right.
So rather than going for an insert, we get all the action and everything played out in full body movement. So if you want to show us how an impaling's done.
Okay, we're going to do it. Are we going to kill her? Oh, Tegan, I'm so sorry that had to happen to you today. Gross.
She's been through it before. Yeah. Couple stitches.
That is amazing. So if you want to pick up Final Destination 5, it's being released on Blu-ray and DVD just after Christmas. So if you want some horror in your life, that's where you can get it. And if you want to find out more about Toby's work, you can visit his website. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you. I got a couple things for you too,
you
actually.
do?
Yeah. This is from Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, this one's for Mike, and there's one for you as well. And they're promotional, so try to show them to as many people as possible.
I will absolutely. This is a very tiny pair of panties. There we go.
T-shirts as well.
Of course. Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break.